Well, my friends.
Hi everyone, my name is Jem, and today we are going to rant about a frenemies topic I've wanted to dive into for a long time. And thanks to the Try Guys debacle, I now have the perfect opportunity. The Try Guys is a YouTube channel which I've never heard about. Well, that all changed because of this guy right here, Ned Fulmer. He had the bright idea to start up a consensual affair, his words, with his producer. Now, I will leave the debate on whether or not one can truly have a consensual affair with their employee off the table for now in order to highlight my topic: how to prevent a workplace affair. Y'all, let's get into it. Ethan Klein and Trisha Paytas were able to prevent a workplace affair. Now, I've touched on the dangers of workplace affairs in my Shane Dawson Reloaded series. That series is filled with warning signs of what not to do. But my frenemies rant will be filled with what to do to avoid a workplace affair. Boundaries, people. It's all about boundaries. If you are clicking on this video thinking an affair can never happen to me, I'm in a wonderful relationship, you've already lost the battle. I've heard, I'm not even attracted to so-and-so. We're just good friends and nothing more. Listen, very few people mean to have affairs. As a matter of fact, you may have often heard the excuse, it just happened. Well, I'm here to break down how it just happened. It just happened because there were no boundaries put in place to safeguard one's marriage/relationship. So let's go through the boundaries that Ethan Klein set up on frenemies to prevent any sort of shenanigans from happening. Because after the end of frenemies, Trisha Paytas accused Ethan of a lot of things. But guess what she never accused him of? That's right, an affair. When watching frenemies, I was fully aware of certain things that were going down. While a lot of y'all were pushing Ethan and Trisha together as friends, I was loving the frenemies aspect. The friends things was giving me trepidations, I'm not gonna lie. I don't care if these two weren't physically attracted to one another. That's high school relationships, not adult relationships. When you have an opportunity to develop an emotional connection to another person, feelings unbeknownst to you may start to develop and enter the emotional friend territory. And now you're forced to see that person all the time because you all work together. There's no way out. Ethan and Trisha had a lot in common, and there were many things that they bonded over. Their love of food, for instance.
Okay, guys, get ready. Here we are. It's Monday. You know what we're going to do? We are going to eat some cake. Here we go. We're going to take that first bite together. Get ready. You need the food. Come on now, guys. Let's just eat the cake, chew it, and get it down. You're not going to regret it. Together, I don't know if you could see.
I have a great idea.
Okay.
Pizza Hut just came out with a triple treat box.
You want to eat pizza with me?
Yeah. It's a speed competition, so you're
I was just eating pizza. What do I
You literally do this just so you can eat, and you can just either like, oh, it's for frenemies, it's for work.
This was your idea.
You put me as the scapegoat so you can cheat on your meal plan.
This was your guys' idea.
This is my favorite. I always come here first. It starts the day off right. Oh.
Both Ethan and Trisha loved messy gossip and hyped each other up with messy gossip.
And then Jaclyn Hill said she was going to sue me because
For what?
Because I talked about her for talking about her in my Instagram story.
Wait, who's Jaclyn Hill now? I'm trying to catch up on all the drama.
You did a video on her last year on her hairy lipsticks. Remember the girl with the hairy lipsticks?
Wait, I did. Oh, she had the fucking it had like rot in it. Oh shit. So what? She's back?
No, she's not back. But well, she just came for me. Well, I hate when people suddenly come for me. If you're gonna come for me, just say my name. Jeff Whitty from the Blog Squad was like that too. Last year, people don't say my name, but they like to insinuate. Yes. Oh, this person talking.
Come,
just
say it, bitch. Wait, I don't want to call her a bitch because that's rude. So what if I call her a bitch?
Rude.
And let us not forget their love of all things Hamilton.
Oh, why I did not know you knew Hamilton. Like when you said that, I was like, wait, really?
I know it.
You're like George Washington.
Thank you.
Sailing across the Delaware to meet Hamilton for the first
Everything
time.
comes down to Hamilton.
I didn't feel like
Alex, what? And you're my right hand man.
Yeah, for sure.
How's that song go?
Dum da dum 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 dum.
Nothing like summer in the city.
Dum da dum dum dum.
Someone under stress me and someone looking pretty.
dun, 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 dun.
Am I right? Hand me.
Right.
what is
You're
it?
my Alexander Hamilton.
What the hell is it? Oh yeah.
You say our love is draining and you can't go on.
Are waiting in the field for you.
You never back
is
down.
down.
Never let it change the time. Oh, Alexander Hamilton.
And there were times they had an emotional connection.
Saying like, oh, I really like love you as like a friend. Like you remind me of like myself. Like we're both very like have sad upbringings. Like we're kind of sad on the inside. And you kind of remind me of like Shane a little too. So I kind of feel like this like weird connection with you and this like weird like, oh, I get where you're coming from. And after being around your family, I was like, oh, I get it. And so that's why I was like, ooh, I should check in with him though.
I'm fine.
Okay. You seem fine. Coming out every
That's
week.
ridiculous.
We go through fights. It's the craziest, most like.
Okay, you know what? Let's just.
Okay, let's get in it.
Here's what I want
But
to
I
do.
love him too. Like I honestly look at him as like somebody I've known forever. Like I feel like he's my best friend. Like it's weird. We have this weird like soul connection, but also he like irritates the shit out of me. I don't get it.
You know, despite everything, I've always wished the best for you. And I really do love you as a friend.
Yeah.
I feel like we have amazing chemistry and I see the goodness in you. And I know that like you're always fighting to bring that out more than like when you get upset or you do this and that and the stuff you regret. Like that does I don't ever see that as who you are. I know who you are and I love that person as a friend of mine.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm just me. It's always one-sided because Moses is so calm. He's the worst person to fight with because he's just so. I'm like, just leave. He's like,
It's
okay.
annoying, right? Eli's
Yeah.
the same. It's like it's so annoying.
They're
It's
just like
assholes.
they're just chill with whatever you want. They're
Yeah.
like, all right. It's awful.
It may have seemed a little dicey, but these two managed to maintain a platonic friendship while working together. Let's get back to the ways in which these two were able to thwart off any feelings from growing. I count 5 ways. Let me know in the comments if I missed any other way. Number 1, don't touch me. This one is obvious. Ethan tried his best early on not to touch Trisha. It's important to establish physical boundaries as not to get too familiar with someone other than your spouse. At first, they never explicitly said there was a no touching rule, but I knew something was up when I first saw this.
Couple more questions in this
Oh,
category.
yeah.
Relax.
Fuck yeah, I get it.
I was on your back.
Okay, muscles. What the hell?
Really?
Yeah, that's
Is that
crazy.
impressive?
Oh my god.
Really? You're
Do
impressed?
you work out or no?
No.
Wow, low-key impressed. What do you? Oh, it's because you're on top. Because you have more weight
Oh.
to hold yourself.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Try it now that I'm not.
Yeah, that's good though. That's really good.
All right, don't touch me.
That's
anymore.
insane.
Freak.
Also, thank you so much.
It's the way in which Ethan pulled away his hand. I know he offered her his hand to touch, but I felt as though he spoke ahead of himself and realized she was taking it too far, so he pulled his hand away. Listen, if you give Trisha an inch, she will go the mile. And I think that's when Ethan took full notice that he couldn't play with Trisha in that way. And if you didn't know there was an official no touching rule, watch this.
But I don't know where to go, and I can't be here all alone. She said, my husband's doing me wrong.
Don't touch me.
I was acting.
You're not. Don't do that.
Beating me and mistreating
Stop.
me. Suddenly he's
It's not
up
funny
and
when you
gone.
make weird jokes about us having.
We're acting.
It's not acting. We're in a car.
Yep, that's when I knew there was a rule. There was a boundary put in place that these two were not supposed to touch each other. Now, was there a hug every now and then when their significant others were in the room? Yes. But for the most part, they kept their hands to themselves. Ethan preferred this kind of touching.
Okay. This no.
Over this kind of touching. They were so used to not touching that when they did touch, it was as awkward as can be. And that's just the way I like it. No rumors here, folks. Are you listening, Ned? If you're at work, I don't see the reason why there needs to be any more physical touch beyond a handshake. Ladies, can you relate to the day before Christmas and New Year's where you're trying to avoid so-and-so who's looking for their holiday hug? Yeah, me too. Number 2. Let me check your DMs. There are times at work where text messaging, DMs, WhatsApp communication is needed, but what's discussed on those private chats can lead to affairs. Trisha and Ethan, they had a group chat and a private chat, and the reason why I know this is because of Trisha.
It's all of it. We're in a separate WhatsApp, you and me. Then there's a friend of me's WhatsApp.
No. This is the only one I talked to you about. And I said, our fault.
Okay, but then like in the solo one, and then the day that the podcast posts, I mean, I love it. And I thank you for sending me all the things, but we're going back and forth so much. Like, you know what I mean? The day of, like, it's just so much.
You're saying you don't like talking to me?
Trisha at times would be upset when Ethan would contact her about work-related topics.
But then last night at midnight, you text me and you're like, what should we talk about tomorrow? I'm like, it's midnight. Like, I'm in bed. Like, you're just a lot. Like, you guys text a lot. And the WhatsApp, you text a lot.
I said at 10:04 p.m.
10:04 on a Friday night.
You mean Sunday?
Oh.
Well,
okay.
I'm working to prepare the show so that it's actually entertaining.
Friday at 10:19. Why are you texting me?
And then all I said was, Trisha, anything you want to talk about tomorrow? Anything on your mind? At 10:04 p.m. You said, I'm never sure until we start laughing, crying emoji. I said, no worries. I got some stuff planned. I just figured I'd ask. See you tomorrow. That was the entirety of the conversation.
Talk about mixed messages? Listen to what Trisha says a couple of episodes later.
So bougie. By the way, you guys can text me whenever. Moses told me that you guys like feel bad because I think you guys take what I say is like to heart. Like if I'm like, don't text me as much.
But I'm not going to text you past fucking 6.
Okay, but you can text me. You guys like were silent, and then I'm like, okay, you can text me like something.
I do the majority of my texting past 6. I'm just busy during the day, and then I'm like, hey, what's going on? Forget about it.
Well, Hila's better at texting, so I'll just text with her.
I don't care about texting. Let's play the game.
Anyways, we can talk about later when we never talk. We never talk outside this show. It's like, hey, what's up? Bye.
When Ethan contacted her via private chat, Trisha couldn't wait to put Ethan on blast.
This is what the annoying thing was. On the Frenemies one and solo, you were trying to ask me who the Disney soda fountain story was about, and you asked me twice.
I was just fucking around.
But I ignored you both times, and then in the separate one, you're like, okay, we'll do this, whatever. We're talking about something totally different, and then you're like, okay, but tell me, who was the person? Second time asking me that.
I was just fucking around. I was just chatting with a friend. I mean,
we're not friends. We're not friends like that.
Okay, sorry.
No, you weren't chatting with a friend.
And by the way, oh my God.
You're being so...
So anyway.
My only communication with you this week was a text like, did Jeffrey really sleep with Kanye? I'm like, I don't know. Like when you texted me that, I'm like, how would I know that? Why would
somebody
I know
was
that?
Like, somebody for some reason was like, Trisha probably has some intel on it.
No, it was so weird when you texted. I felt like a fan texting me. I'm like, who is this? And I was like, oh my God, it's Ethan texting.
Why are you so sensitive? Just answer the question.
I'm not sensitive. I'm like, but that's the only communication I get from you all week is the thing with Jeff.
But thankfully, Ethan only contacted her looking for some gossip.
Ethan
Why are you so sensitive? Just answer the question.
I'm not sensitive. I'm like, but that's the only communication I get from you all week is the thing with Jeff.
You want me to communicate? I don't know what you want from me. You want me to communicate? You don't want me to communicate. You text me too much. You don't text me enough. What am I? I'm not your boyfriend or your fiance. I don't have to deal with this shit.
You're my co-host, though. You're the co-host.
Text me. You never text me. You never initiate conversations with me.
That's true.
Okay, so.
All right.
Whatever.
Because if you didn't know, that's Trisha's MO. There's nothing with her that's ever truly a secret. You hear that, Moses? Here is a pic of the Frenemies group chat, and as you can see, there are blurred out names, but Hila and Dan both had access. I love that Hila had access, and I'm never mad at a husband and wife who have access to each other's chats. What's great about this is it prevented the start of any kind of intimate sort of conversations from beginning and growing into more. Everyone take note. Depending on your employment, there are times when coworkers may need to have an ongoing chat with you after work hours. Group chats with multiple colleagues are great because everyone should be on their best behavior. My advice to you for any sort of two-person word chat is treat it as if everyone can see what you are texting and act accordingly. I mean, Trisha released her and Ethan's supposed private communication to turn everyone against him when frenemies ended, when she's the one who used a racial slur. All that those messages showed was that Ethan was about his business. And that's the way it's supposed to be. Number 3. Can I have a bite? This is a little out there, I know, but if you left it up to Trisha, those two would have been eating and drinking after each other like it was nothing. Now I know there are a lot of people who do this and think it's no big deal, but when combined with everything else on this list, it means a whole lot more. The one thing where Ethan drew a line in the sand was he never ate after Trisha. He didn't even want Trisha eating after him.
It looks good up until like this point, and then this starts to get like really not right.
Thanks.
Did you take a bite of the pickle or did you Yeah, what the fuck? Bring the pickle back.
Can I have his?
Oh, you want?
I want to eat off his pickle.
Ew, why?
Guys, that's kind of everything. That's very
No,
intimate.
don't eat from my pickle.
Why? Honestly, I love tasting people's like spit, to be honest.
Ew, I can't believe you ate my pickle shit.
Now, there can be other reasons why he didn't do this, and I won't get into it, but I've seen with my own eyes Ethan eat after enough of his staff to know he purposely went out of his way not to do that with Trisha. Watch this interaction where they were eating on this episode.
What's the yellow meme?
There might be a sausage in it.
What's the nothing meme?
I think that's just all mozzarella. There might be a sausage in yours at the bottom.
I think it's all mozz.
I want sausage.
I want that one.
I hate sausage.
It's a hot dog. What do you mean sausage?
I like just the all Korean. I like the all mozzarella.
But it's a hot dog. It's not a sausage. You know what's the difference is, right?
What's the difference? I don't know. I don't eat either.
One's a hot dog. One's a sausage.
I'm Jewish. I don't eat pork. Oh, this is so good.
Why would anyone watch this? Like, I mean, the mukbang thing of people, like, this is a mukbang, right? Like, we're doing a mukbang. Like, why would people watch this?
It actually helps with eating disorders. People who don't want to eat alone, and they eat with you.
Really? So we're saints.
We're both offending and helping the eating disorder people. That's fine. That's good. I wish we could get them fresh. We could get the cheese pull. You always eat them like this because when you had them before, you said you didn't
Why
like
does this one look like it's a fish?
them. Octopus or squid.
Disgusting.
Oh, there's a hot dog in this too. Where's it? Maybe this is all mozzarella.
Now watch this one and pay close attention to how Trisha eats the corn dog and why Ethan eats it after her.
I love it. But you know what? That's because I only eat the corn.
You don't eat the dog?
I don't like hot dogs. What? Yeah, basically, I just like the outer part.
Interesting. So here we're doing a corn dog review. I don't have a problem with your rating. How can it be a perfect score if you're not eating half of it?
It just slid off. Look at that. That's so good. No?
I'm good. I just need the tip. You see that tip bite? Moses is looking disgusted by me. Are you disgusted that it's her dog or the tip?
I didn't do anything to it.
Yeah, I still watched her.
More like it looks like a dog's tip.
Yeah, I like that. That's a great tip.
Is it good without the fried? Without the batter? Really?
Ethan was sly with it, but if you know, you know. And you want to know the worst part? It would not have been that noticeable, even though I notice everything. But for real, it would not have been that noticeable if Trisha didn't put Ethan on blast at one time.
Thing is, I wouldn't.
Are you going to drink that water?
Where'd that come from?
We brought it down for you.
When?
In the very beginning. It's been there the whole time.
Do you remember the movie Matilda where she tried to tip over the water with just her eyes and she's like...
So, can I drink your water?
Can I drink it first?
No. You have it. You touched the rim. I don't want it anyway.
You ate the same burger I ate.
What?
Yeah, I think it's a vegan patty.
Such a dainty little bite. No good? We're out on gay burger?
That tastes like an intestine. That is so gross. Look at that. It looks like little poops. I can't.
I want to try it now. Oh, it's so hard.
I know.
Oh, it's like rock hard. This one's good. I don't know what happened to this one.
They are. Ah.
Nope.
It tastes like a plant.
What? No, I bit from the back. What are you, crazy?
Ew.
No, I don't want that. I don't want that. What are you, crazy?
Okay, it's little things like these why I think embarrassment for Trisha affects her differently than most people. I would have melted on the spot if someone did that to me. Can't relate. Trust me, this has nothing to do with the vid because I saw Ethan eat from a bunch of people during the same time period, all on the other H3 podcasts. If your coworker is sharing food with you, and more importantly, taking a bite after you took a bite, beware. Now, this alone isn't incriminating, but just be on the lookout for other signs on the list. Because eating after someone can, not always, but it can be a sign of intimacy. Number 4. Wink, wink. Flirting. My man Ethan made sure to shut down any flirting Trisha tried to do in the quickest, rudest, most outlandish way possible.
What, do you think that I like you? Do you think, like, sexually?
No, I think you have like a crush on me.
You really do? Do you
Kind
really?
of, yeah.
That's the
I think you have a little bit. I mean, I know, like, it's like,
You
it's
have a
fine to have
sickness.
crushes on people. I feel like you do.
I promise you
A
that.
little bit. It's fine. It's
Zero.
healthy to have a crush on people. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Because you wanted to move it to twice a week. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, because it's good. Not because I want to fuck you. I mean,
No.
I guarantee, dude, Trisha. I mean, with peace and love, I really would rather put my dick in a socket.
Listen, y'all. Listen. It had to be done. It had to be done. Get her again, Ethan.
Just like I'll never convince you that you don't think that I want to fuck you.
I can't answer that because I was like, don't disrespect the marriage.
You can speak honestly, I don't want to fuck you. But you don't believe that. I would rather, do you understand what I'm saying? You've seen these meat grinders where they put in steak and it comes out ground beef? I would rather put my dick in a meat grinder than fuck you. And crank it myself. Do you know what I'm saying?
Now you're overcompensating. Just like you called me a 2 or a 1. It's like, obviously I'm not a 1. Like, you overcompensate by trying to play it cool.
I would literally drag my dick through a field of rust and glass. If I can be so frank with you.
You have to let her know. Anyone else in this situation with a coworker, you have to let them know before they start with their fantasies. You have to shut them down. Because if you don't, next thing you know, you'll end up like my boy Ned looking real silly out here. I want you all to take a look at this episode where Trisha set Ethan up by showing him a nude picture of herself. Watch how Ethan handles her.
No, I
they're
seen the right
haters.
thing. Well, let me see.
Okay, here it is.
Oh, no, this is way more
No, but like this is, okay, first of all, I'm not going to lie. My body was fucking disgusting before, but now it's like kind of like legit.
Okay, you guys, I'm just going to describe what I'm seeing. You don't have any where's your nipples?
Yeah, they're a little high. The nipples got fucked up in my boob.
What? It looks like you don't have nipples.
They're right there. Like, see, you can kind of see. Yeah, okay, my nipples are high, like,
and
not
look
going to
at
lie.
that. Oh my God.
Yeah, the
Trisha.
stars are.
So wait, this is the, okay, you guys,
sorry.
I'm seeing she's butt naked and she doesn't have nipples. But like, wow, I mean,
Isn't that crazy though?
But why do you look more tan in that one? This is like a fake before and after.
What are you talking about?
Because this one you're pale and this one you're tan.
I got spray tans because I had scars where my lipo was. See the lipo scar? So I was getting spray tan so the thing are lipoed. But look at my waist. Like even now, my waist, I gained some weight back from this photo, but like my waist is still in. Like they brought my waist in and my hips. You see, they took fat from here and put it on my hips. And then wait, this.
Oh.
Look how much rounder it is.
She showed me her ass and it's fucking, what are the 3 dots there?
That's the lipo from the back. So they took fat out of the back.
Whoa. Mm-hmm. They even got your back fat?
Yep.
And then where did they inject it into your ass?
So they put some on the hips and then the ass is right there in the crack.
Ew, why is there something in your crack?
That's the scar. That's the stitches.
Looks like you got poop on your crack.
It's not poop, it's stitches. So yeah, that's that. And then I got my arms done too. Let me see if I can find the arms. There's the arms. That's the after, but my arms were like crazy gross too. Like those are my arms before.
I have to believe that Trisha did not look disgusting in her after pictures, but I loved how Ethan played it up. Because again, she showed him naked pictures. They were nude photos. So Ethan, as a married man, had to do what he had to do. And by the end of this segment, Trisha's ego was the only casualty. If you have a coworker who's like, you want to see my vacation pics? And then you are suddenly bombarded with pictures of them poolside in a string bikini or a Speedo, just believe you're being set up. Don't fall for the innocent flirting trap, because most likely it won't end there. Number 5. Don't leave me alone. Want to make a bet Ethan and Trisha were never in a room alone together? It's my belief that Dan was on double duty on Frenemies. He was charged with producing the show and making sure those two were never left alone. When Frenemies first started, there was a skeleton crew because of the vid protocols. Only Ethan, Trisha, and Dan were doing the show in Ethan's basement, and Moses was Trisha's +1. Then slowly, other crew members came aboard. Now back to the topic at hand. Trisha said a line one time that creeped me out.
You're not personable.
Well, I don't like, I'm doing stuff. I'm not like, okay, everybody, Trisha's here. Nobody talk to me.
Maybe just like a hello would be nice.
I'm
Like, hey,
pretty sure
Trisha.
I gave you a very warm welcome.
You definitely never do.
I was like,
That's
hey,
not-
Trisha.
No, you didn't. Replay the cameras in your kitchen. Do you have cameras up there?
No.
Oh. Sus.
Should I?
Yeah.
Like, why are you staking out Ethan's house, Trish? Why do you want to know where the cameras are located? Trisha is someone that you want cameras on at all times, but I know Dan was there to protect Ethan from himself because Ethan forgets rules all the time because he's too busy having fun.
Will you film me in the bathroom trying to take the contacts off? Yeah, you reacted too soon.
I was like, yes.
Let me finish the sentence.
Can we do a haunted,
Will you put your phone in the toilet and film the turds coming out of my butt?
for what? OnlyFans? You
No,
can
just
put it
for
there.
just for you.
Yeah, for real?
Mhm.
I mean, I guess whatever you want.
You would film that?
Yeah.
You would film turns coming out of my
This is where
butt?
she's cool. I
All
don't
right,
care.
so let's go in the bathroom and try to film me taking the contacts out.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody.
You see, this TikTok never happened because Dan was probably like, yo, Ethan, you're gonna do all your TikToks in my line of sight. You better get out that bathroom before I call Ela. And I don't trust Moses alone with Ethan and Trisha because Moses doesn't like Ethan, which I've stated countless times in my Frenemies Reloaded series. So Moses will always take Trisha's side if anything were to happen and there were no other witnesses. If you all didn't know why Dan is Ethan and Ela's right-hand man, I'll show you this right here. Ethan lets us know what happened on the last unaired episode of Frenemies.
You know, and I'll be honest, there was another aspect to the whole last episode is that like they secretly recorded us, which was like kind of devastating to me, that they came into the house, secretly recorded our conversations before and after the podcast and during, and have basically been I'm going to say threatening, but like the thing is, I don't care if they release it. So it's not like a threat. I don't know why they think it's such a big deal. It's just a messy episode. But I guess in their mind, they think they've been threatening us with like, well, we recorded it. Here it is. We're going to release it. I'm listening to it back. It's like, I just found that like such a violation to come into our house and secretly record us. I was like, wow. I was really blown away by that, actually.
Yeah, I remember, not gonna say who, someone said that they possibly recorded it when you came in the studio, and you said that no, they wouldn't do that to me. That's not gonna say who, someone said that they possibly recorded it when you came in the studio, and you said there's you.
I didn't even consider it.
Yeah.
This man deserves his flowers. I'll get more into that in my other Frenemies Reloaded series, but that clip should speak for itself. Ethan and Trisha were never left alone together, so there was no way anything physical could have ever happened between them. Be aware, everyone with colleagues, where you spend a large amount of time alone together at work or outside of work. When you spend a lot of time with someone, there can be opportunities for things to just happen. And again, it's not just any one thing on this list, but a combination of it all may lead one down a dark road. Boundaries, people. It's all about boundaries. So, Ned, if you were to have taken the steps that Trisha and Ethan did on Frenemies, you'd still have a job.
Literally.